Hey everyone, this is Vicki over at Vicki's Tigger Tales, where we talk, swap, and unbox all things Disney, and sometimes we do collaborations with our friends. So, no makeup day, and I think I'm trying to own it a little bit. So, today is the collaboration for, we're going to dive into Disney. The second movie in this collaboration is Moana. So, got my, even though they're a little animal print, probably the closest pair of ears that I have that look a little on the Hawaiian side. So I wanted to kind of do a little dive into Moana on the characters, because I really feel like the personalities and how they all mesh together is like perfectly orchestrated. So I didn't rank them, I did list them. I have the ocean, Hu and Hei Hei kind of are both together on this one. I'm going to pull this down a little. There we go. There. And then I've got Maui, Moana, and Grandma. So first of all, we're going to talk about the ocean and how it actually has become a character and not just an element. The character of the ocean and how Moana has this relationship and how it was drawn, she's drawn to it, it is calling her, is really, I think, a beautiful relationship between the two of them, because we're all, I feel like we're all called by something. And whether it be for your spiritual life, whether it be for whatever it is, a higher being, it's like that was her calling was by the ocean, for the purpose that she will probably serve throughout her life. Her people were wayfinders, and they actually stopped being wayfinders because of the things that were going on with the islands. Her father was very much afraid of going beyond certain places because of the dangers that could actually become of her if she'd actually went out to try to explore. He was afraid for his people, as anyone good father would be. So we're not going to go into like a deep dive on emotional connections or lack thereof and all of that, but I wanted to kind of just point out some of the characters that really stood out to me. So the ocean was the first one. One of the things that I loved the most about it was the luminescence of the ocean and all the animals that were in it at night. I've never seen that in my life before. I think that's really like for real, because the luminescence can happen in certain, species of fish and stuff like that, and other things. And I just would love to see that. I think that would be beautiful. But to portray the ocean and having those things be a regular part of it, I thought was absolutely stunning. Which brings me to Grandma. So she says in the movie that she picked the right tattoo when she had moved on to the other side. That tattoo that was on her back is what actually she turned into, that stingray. And she starts to guide Moana on her journey, kind of like as an apparition and a spirit guide. And I absolutely love Grandma. She's spunky, she's sassy, she reminds me of my own, who has also gone beyond, and I miss her dearly. And my mom's the same way, spunky and sassy, and that is just a common trait in the women in my family. And so I really related to the grandmother in Moana because of her kind of allowing Moana to think about something different that her father was trying to teach her. So go ahead and, reach beyond, push the boundaries, be your individual self. So I love the two of those together and how they all came together in the movie. So first of all, I wrote down, I love how alive and vibrant the ocean is with all its colors. And when it's night and you see the luminescence of the whale and stingray, it is just so magical. I love the way the water protects her and keeps her and on her course. And it also brings Maui back to her, continues to bring him back to her, because he has a purpose as well, even though he's trying to fight it with everything in his being. I put down here, it's cute to see an element have a personality. So, moving on to Pua and Hei. Pua's like a little puppy. He's got that innocent, joyful, bounding puppy-like mentality, and I love that it's a pig. And then Hei is, so they kind of portray him as, one of two things that I read one place, they were trying to portray him like the village, I'll say goofball, just to be a little more sensitive. And, or, there was one person that said one time, it looks like he keeps trying to off himself. He's trying to get out of these situations that are just going to keep him in danger. So I love those two. And apparently, even like in real life stories, on a Wayfinder stories, they had those two animals as companions. So it's pretty true to nature to go ahead and have those two as a... And I guess in real life, they're potbelly pigs. So I imagine that Pua, a little bit older, will get a little tummy, and I just think they're adorable. So I love them as companions for her. I think that's so cute. I also have Maui and Moana on here as part of my character, like dive into. Maui... okay, so Maui is the demigod. My character that I really wanted to emphasize for him was actually his tattoo. Because, first of all, it's like a, good angel, bad angel on each shoulder. But the tattoo is actually his good conscience. It's like the thing that tries to keep him on the straight and narrow. He attempts to anyway. So I love the fact that they got his tattoos, writing his story, but also coming to life and being the good angel that sits on his shoulder, but actually runs around his body in a tattoo form, telling him not to do the things that he instinctively wants to do. Maui as a character is a little on the, kind of self-centered, a little, but still... He helps. He's got the bulk. He's got the answer. He's helping her on her mission, and they actually kind of become dependent on each other, which you just don't see it at first, because you're like, I don't like you, you don't like me. It's all good, but we got this thing to do. So they really came together and got it done, which I thought was really great. Now I haven't seen Moana 2 yet. I intend to. And I may have like a follow-up on this, just a sidebar, just to see how that all meshes together in the next story. So stay tuned for that. And the last character, and I'm just really scratching the surface on this, but the next character is Moana, because I really felt like she breaks boundaries. She goes against the grain. She is adventurous and wants to go out and find a way to help her people. She's the chief's daughter. She doesn't stack the stones. She puts a shell on top. She's different. She wants to stand out, but not in a way to stand out that's going to bring attention to her, but bring attention to their way of life and getting back to the old ways that they were living beforehand. And I thought that was absolutely beautiful and commendable, and what, as she was supposed to be, is the chief's daughter taking over his place, in whenever she's supposed to, and a fantastic leader in that aspect. They go on a journey to get to Tahiti's heart. Yeah, sorry, the name sometimes, and they accomplish the mission, and her and Maui couldn't do it without each other. Because of the things that were implemented but when it was done and it was beautiful. And I love that it, you know, that it brought all the life back to the island and really showed it in a light that was, you know, was intended for. And that even though her family was so against her going on this journey and really going out there, and she took that step, she brought back a way of life to her people that they had lost for a long time. So I love this story. I thought it was so beautiful and just so cute, the way that was written, portrayed, and orchestrated. I really am anxious to see what everyone else does with it. So stay tuned. Watch everyone that's in the list below. There's, I think, maybe three of us or 4 of us that are doing this. So watch them all. I'm interested in seeing. We all have one movie, but we're all going to have different takes. Someone might be doing songs. Someone might be doing characters. Someone might be doing just the memories or the things that they got from the movie themselves. So stay tuned. The next will be next month. And I forgot to write down which movie it is. I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's a Beauty and the Beast or Pinocchio, one of the two. But it will be one of those movies, and stay tuned. And thank you always, like I always say, for your support, your love. I'm so grateful for it. It's always so encouraging to see the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Look down on the list below. Will be listed the people who are involved as well. And ta-ta for now.